Hello, everybody, and welcome to Statistics for the Health Sciences, Health Sciences 2203. I am Professor Hussein, and I will be your instructor for this course. Most of this course will not be done in real time. Okay, a lot of this is going to be you guys watching these video lectures and getting your information that way. But don't get scared, okay, because I have a lot of resources that I'm going to show you that you're going to be using to hopefully make you very successful in this course throughout this semester. So let's move forward and kind of get an idea of what we're going to be doing this semester. It's crazy calling it a semester, isn't it? Because we're so used to the quarter system. It's like I really want to say quarter. I'm so used to saying quarter, and you guys, I have to focus. I have to channel my brain power to say semester. So it feels like it's second nature just to be in a quarter system. But anyway, this is our first semester. It's going to be a lot longer than what we're used to. But don't worry, we have plenty of material to go through. So you're going to have so much fun. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go over the purpose of this course, or just kind of like an overview of the different things that we're going to learn in this course. Then we're going to get into all the different grading components, you know, the real nitty-gritty, the stuff that you're really interested in knowing about this course. So we're going to look at all the things that we're going to be doing. And also, I'm going to go over some of the course resources, okay, and stuff like that. All right, so let's move on. So some of the cool things that you will be learning in this course will be, we're going to look at data collection. We're going to look at different methods of data collection. We're going to look at the different tools that we can use to collect data. We're going to look at what we can use data for. We're going to look at how we can analyze the data and different evidence-based approaches. So this part of the class is so important, especially if any of you want to get into maybe public health, or if you're going to get into any kind of research in the future. And if you guys are doing your master's or maybe going on to your doctorate, this is essential. This is so critical. I cannot stress this class enough. So we're getting an introduction to all of these concepts here. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. All right, so participation in this course. So first of all, we have our assignments. We're going to have weekly assignments due every single week, no exception. There will always be 2 assignments due. There's one exception. Okay, our first week, I'm not putting out 2 assignments. I'm just going to put out 1 assignment due this week, and it's going to be due on Thursday. There's no assignment due tomorrow, okay? So it's going to be due, our first assignment will be due on Thursday, okay? And it will be an easy one, but it's just going to get us into starting to learn about stats. And then next week is when we're going to do some math, okay? So each assignment that will be due is going to be worth 5 points each, okay? And given that it's a little bit difficult to, type up math and things like that on a computer, what we're going to do is the homework is going to be multiple choice. Well, multiple choice, fill in the blank, things like that, okay? So it's not going to be so much like workbook problems and things like that. Of course, you should be doing the work on a piece of paper or in your own Excel and things like that, but our homework assignments are going to be multiple choice or true and false things, you get it. So we're going to have 28 assignments total for this entire semester. Pretty much 2 assignments per week. The only exception is that our first week, we're only going to have one assignment due, and our very last week, we're going to have one assignment due, but all throughout the rest of the week, our assignments are due every Tuesday and Thursday, okay, by midnight, or 11:59, okay. And one thing that you guys have to know about the assignments is that once they hit their due date and time, once it's Tuesday or Thursday at 11:59 p.m., you will no longer be able to turn in any assignment, nor will you even be able to see it on Blackboard. Okay, it is going to disappear. All right, so you definitely want to turn in your homework assignments on time. Make sure you get them in, have them turned in, on time. Otherwise, you will not be able to do that. Okay. At the end of the semester, the very last week, I will open up the assignment so you can turn in any kind of makeup work that you want to do, but you will get half credit for that. Okay, so don't miss any kind of assignment unless just if you're gonna miss an assignment, let that be very few. You do not want to miss too many because they'll start to add up and they're going to reduce your grade. Okay. And if you don't want to have to resort to making up a ton of assignments at the end of the semester because that's going to be very overwhelming when you're trying to study for your final and get everything else done. Plus, you're only getting half credit for it, so it's probably not really worth it. What I would do is just try to make sure you're on top of your assignments. Now, if you have any kind of unusual circumstance or anything is going on with you, please communicate that to me so we can figure something out. Okay, we'll find something else to do. Okay, but under any normal, usual circumstances, you will not be able to do make up any kind of work until the very end. All right, so if you don't do your homework on time, then you don't get points. Okay, then you miss it. So attendance now. So coming to class is super important, very, very important. But the thing is that obviously we can't go to campus. Okay, coming to class, or we're going to be coming to class virtually. And in this class, we're not going to be coming to class in real time, synchronously, virtually. We're going to do this in a more asynchronous fashion. Okay, so I will be putting out, for every chapter, you will have several videos to watch. Okay, they're going to come from my website and also a YouTube channel. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that in an email for you guys so you have access to those links. All right, so if I write them in this PowerPoint, my pen's not working right now, so I can't write it out. I'm going to get a battery for it, don't worry. Your PowerPoints and your lectures and your videos will not be affected. They're going to be better. But, so I will just go ahead and give you the YouTube channel and the links and everything like that for you, so you can go ahead and get started on all that. But, so what's going to happen with the attendance is that I will put up the PowerPoint lectures. Okay, I'm going to put all of those up on the website, and so you're going to have access to those, but I am going to kind of black out certain keywords throughout the PowerPoint, okay, and that will block out certain pertinent information that you need to have, okay, so you're only going to get the information to fill in those blanks by watching the videos, okay, so in order for you to show me, to prove to me that you attended class, you watched the videos, you're going to keep track of those keywords and phrases that fill in the blanks on the PowerPoint. Okay, you're going to get them from the video. You're going to have those keywords with you. You're going to write them down or type them up, however you're going to do it. And then you're going to paste them. You're going to put them in to the attendance and syllabus section on Blackboard. Okay, there's going to be a tab on Blackboard where it's just going to say syllabus and attendance, and when you click on that, okay, there are going to be links for you to turn in assignments for attendance in that section, okay? So what you're gonna do for each week, you're going to just turn in those keywords, okay? Those keywords for those particular videos, and that is going to count as your attendance, so you can get all your attendance points. Now, if you aren't able to catch all of the keywords, then, or maybe you only caught the keywords for the first half of the video, not the second half of the video, because you only watched the first half and you didn't watch the second half, and so you only turn in half of the words, then you will get half of the attendance points. Okay, so if you want all the attendance points, you just have to make sure you get all the words. So you got to watch from beginning to end. Okay, and it's not torture, you guys. This is for your own well-being. You need to get that information. It's the same thing. You can compare this to coming to campus for class. It's the exact same thing. You would have been sitting in a desk under, normal circumstances, watching me do the exact same thing. So you are required, or you're expected to, or you're going to be responsible for the information in the videos, is what I'm trying to say. So I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so each week you will earn, if you get all your keywords, you're going to earn 10 points every single week. So by the end of the semester, you're going to get, your total attendance points will be 150. Okay? It's pretty significant. Okay, so you don't want to miss very many of those. And just like the assignments, the attendance tab, or the attendance assignments, I guess, is what we'll call them. The attendance assignments will go away after their due date. And their due date is going to be every Friday at midnight. Okay, so every Friday at midnight, got to make sure you watched your videos for the week by that time, and you have to turn in those keywords on Blackboard so you can get your attendance points. Okay? Okay, moving forward. Now, let's look at the quizzes. All right, so this semester we're going to have 5. We're going to take a total of 5 quizzes. And the cool part, or what I'm hoping you're going to think is cool, is that only your top 4 scores will count for your grade. So your worst score, all right, I'm going to add that in as extra credit. So you're going to have a little bit of a cushion when you first, or you're going to have no matter what, as long as you take all 5 quizzes, you will have a good, comfortable cushion, okay? To make up for anything. Maybe you didn't do a couple assignments, or maybe you don't test very well, okay? So, that extra credit quiz is going to come in handy. So everyone is entitled to that. Please make sure that you take all 5 quizzes so that you can get some sort of extra credit. If you decide that you're only going to take 4, then, well, you don't have any extra credit. So, also, another thing, after we take our quizzes, I'm also going to allow you guys to do quiz corrections, or what I like to call quiz corrections. So what this is for every answer you got wrong, okay, you have to redo that answer. Okay, really, what you're going to do, since most of these questions are going to be math, you're going to explain that step or that answer. So if there's the word problem as the question, and then it asked about something that you were supposed to calculate, or maybe look for in a chart, or maybe you had to answer questions about the variables or anything like that. And after you found out what the actual answer is, you need to explain the answer. Okay, why is that the answer? I hope that makes sense. I will give a better, well, after we take the first quiz, I will kind of give you a better explanation of that, just because I want you guys to get on a good start, get on a good roll, and do that assignment correctly. I don't want to keep having to correct you guys. So I will kind of give you guys a little bit of a better example of how the quiz corrections should be. But so what's going to happen is after you take your quiz, okay, well, after the quiz is due, actually, the day that the quiz is due, you have 1 week from that day to get in your quiz corrections, okay? Anyway, every quiz is going to, of course, be multiple choice, true and false, type of questions, and they will all be 60 points each. The amount of questions will mainly have, it'll be like maybe 2 or 3 actual problems that you have to solve, but we'll just have, or case studies or something like that, but then the questions that you need to answer will have something to do with that problem, okay? So that's how it's going to be, and then you just answer the questions that are associated with that problem. Okay. So exams, we're going to have a midterm, and then we're going to have a final exam. So the midterm is going to be, it's going to cover the first 3 chapters. Okay. The first 3 chapters, especially chapter 1, in my opinion, there's a lot to go over. So that one will be a little bit long. It might take us, when you look at the syllabus, actually, we kind of break down the different chapters that we're supposed to be at each week. However, we may take a little bit of extra time on chapter 1. So the chapters themselves might, yeah, we're gonna spend a little bit of extra time on chapter 1, but the chapter videos will still be out there. Sometimes you might have a video that's gonna be a bit longer than a few others, and then other weeks, or you might have maybe 1 or 2 30-minute videos to watch that entire week, and that's it. So it's gonna vary, but anyway. So the midterm is gonna be chapters 1 through 3, okay? And then the second part, or the second half of the semester, is gonna be chapters 4 through 7. Before the final exam, it's gonna be cumulative. The only thing is, the final exam will focus more on chapters 4 through 7, but we will still bring in a few problems from the first half of the course. Okay, so it will be cumulative. You do need to remember everything, but it will focus more on the last 4 chapters. The final exam is going to be 200 points, which is very significant, but most categories of activities that we're going to be doing in this class are quite significant as well. No one really significantly outbalances the other in terms of, like, the proportions of your grade. So what I'm trying to say with that is you can't really, don't ignore certain areas, okay? Don't go, well, I just like to take the tests, and so I'm just not going to do any of the homework because I'm cool, and I'm one of those people who don't go to class and I just only take the tests. Most of the components of this course are close to being equivalent in terms of the, how much of your grade is worth, for each of those components. So I would not do that. If you skip homework or you skip your attendance or anything like that, that's going to hurt you significantly, and it's going to make it so you may not pass. Okay, so you have to do all of it. And trust me, if any of you have had me in the past, you will be very happy that you did all of the work, that you did everything you're supposed to do, and you showed up, you did all your work, everything like that. Because normally when people come to class, they have good attendance and they do their homework and they study, and everything that they're supposed to do, they do really, really well in my classes. Another thing is that when people are always participating and making an effort, I always notice that, and then I provide more extra credit opportunities. Okay, so if you're making an effort, you can't fail. All right, if you're doing almost nothing, you can definitely fail. Yeah, so don't do almost nothing, make an effort. Okay, if you make an effort, I guarantee you're going to be happy at the end of the course. Anyway, let's move on. All right, so the last component of this course will be group discussions. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just randomly divide everyone up into groups in this class. So within probably about tomorrow or the next day, you should actually see who you're in a group with. Okay, so what's going to happen is every 3 weeks, we will have a group discussion done or due. Okay, and there will be only 4 total for the whole quarter. I'm going to, once I put them all up, of course, you're going to have access to see, you can see all the discussions, all the prompts, the questions, everything. And if you choose to work ahead, that's great. But I'm just saying that every 3 weeks, we will have one due. So what is going to happen is you are going to have your group, and it's just going to be a few people. It's not going to be it's not going to be a huge group, just either 2 or 3 people. You're going to work together on a problem to solve. Okay. We'll probably have like a scenario, some sort of hypothetical situation, or maybe like some data for you to look at, and there will be questions about that. Okay. And what you guys are going to do is work together, communicate with each other, and try to answer all of the questions. Now, what's actually due by the end of the 3 weeks, whenever your discussion is supposed to be done and turn in, I guess, for a grade, is I need to see that you guys communicated and you work together to solve a problem. By the end of the discussion, or whenever you guys decide, hey, we're done, your last post should be our answer. We agree that our answer is for, the question, blah, 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 is this. And for the question 2, the answer is this. And for question 3, the answer is this. Okay? You guys need to just make a full statement at the very end of your post when you guys both communicate and you both agree that is the answer. Okay, so then you're just going to say this, we conclude that this is the answer for number 1, 2, 3, whatever. Okay, so I'm going to just what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through your conversation. I'm going to see where how you guys got to the answer. Okay, and if you guys are right, that's great. If you're not, I'm going to correct you. But I want to see you guys communicating and working towards answering the questions. Okay, so you're done when the questions are answered. When you come to a conclusion, that is when you're done. Okay, so I hope that's thorough. But of course, if you guys have any questions about that, please let me know so I can answer them and clarify things for you. All right, so Blackboard and email are really how we're going to communicate with me. And where are our resources? Okay, so for your lectures, okay, and your videos, you are going to go to, let me see, you're going to go to professorhussein.com. All right, so AIN.com. This is where you're going for your textbook. And you are going to also go here for your PowerPoints and your videos for each chapter, each lesson that we have in this course. It's going to all be right there. I'm also going in this email, I'm also going to give you guys the link to the YouTube channel where you can access all of the videos, and therefore you kind of have two ways to get to it. All right. If you guys want to just go straight to YouTube to see all of that, then that's cool. What I would recommend actually, because I'm going to use YouTube quite a bit to communicate with you guys as a class, and I'll, just to like make announcements and provide you with additional information and things like that, just because I feel like a lot of people don't like the long emails, the long announcements and things like that I send out, and would rather watch something or just have me say it to you personally or directly. So that is why I will be doing more video announcements and things like that instead of just email, because I think in the past it seems like a lot of students are not really thoroughly reading the emails, and then they make mistakes, or they get confused, or they don't follow, and they don't, they end up in the wrong place or whatever. So anyway, I just wanted to see if video communication is going to be a whole lot easier for you guys. If it turns out to not be, we can switch to just me typing up emails to all you guys. However we want to do this. Anyway, so there's that. Well, that is where you're going to get your lectures and your PowerPoints onto the website. There are also a lot of other resources available to you guys on that website. And of course, you guys can get onto YouTube as well for the videos. And what I would do is maybe either subscribe or like add the playlist that is specific for your class. Okay, so if you do that, I think you would get notifications for everything that actually, if you just hit the bell icon, then that is supposed to definitely give you notifications every time there's a new video up, because of course anytime I'm putting a new video into your guys' playlist, it's going to be important information for you guys. Okay, so that's one way you can make sure you're getting it. Of course, always I will be posting links and making announcements on Blackboard with those videos, so you'll see them come up as well. But I'm just trying to give you a way that you can't miss these notifications. Anyway, so Blackboard. Blackboard is going to be used to turn things in. All right, that's what we're going to use Blackboard for. That's a thing that we're using to turn things in and to take our tests. All right. So on Blackboard, you're going to see that syllabus and the syllabus and attendance tab. That is for you, that where your syllabus and also is going to be located, and also the different turn in links for the attendance. Then you're also going to see another tab that will say assignments and exams, and that one is specifically going to be for you to take your exams and also turn in your assignments. Okay, any other resources that are just specific for you to maybe download or for you to watch, those will be located on the ProfessorHussein.com website. Now it will require a password, especially when you're going to the website the first time for your course. So what you're going to do is go to the top menu, and wherever it has a tab for your course, okay, your statistics course, you're going to click that, and then it's going to ask you for a password. Your password is college, all lowercase, just COLLGE. Okay, that is your password for that website. Okay, a lot of the resources that you may need to download or anything like that will be there, just in that tab. It's going to be in that section on the website. And that is where you are going to find your textbook. Okay, it's a free textbook that we're going to be using. It's a free text ebook that we're going to be using. It's a PDF, so you're probably going to want to make sure you have space on your computer so you can download the entire book and then you'll just have it. Okay. Also, we are going to have a supplemental or like an optional book as well, and then I'm going to go ahead and post that information on that website as well. And that way, if you want to get it, you can. If not, that's also cool. You won't be required to have that particular book, but I will take information from that book, and so I just want to let you know if you guys are going to be following exactly word for word from the book, it's going to be more of a combination of the two. Okay. So I'm going to be using information and basing the information off of this course from both of those textbooks. Okay, but if you're not really much of a reader, you know what? I think that the video lectures will be sufficient for you anyway. But at least you got a free text. All right, so for reference, you got that. That is good to go. Of course, the optional text that will cost some money. Okay. Moving forward, makeup work. Like I said, makeup work will only be allowed at the end of the semester, okay, and it's going to be the last week. I will open up all the assignments and you will be able to do your makeup work for half credit, okay. If you miss for any legit reason, okay, especially an exam or a quiz, if that happens, then please, or if you're going to miss, you have an emergency or something is going on, please let me know don't give me the details, but let me know what's going on, and we can figure out what to do about it. Because if you do miss and you don't have a legit reason, then you have 0 credit for that. Okay, there are no makeups for quizzes or tests. Okay. So if you do have something going on, please communicate with me so we can figure out what to do. Okay, so all of the university policies are going to be on the syllabus, so please refer to the syllabus for those particular things. Other than that, the class structure will only change when we as a class feel like it needs to change. If there's something that isn't working, then we will we'll have to figure something else out. Okay, otherwise, pretty much from here on out, this is it. This is going to be how class is going to work. Of course, if anyone has any concerns or suggestions or anything like that, you can let me know, and then I may or may not incorporate them into class. Okay, so hang on one second. My office hours will be available through appointment. Okay, if anyone needs to have a Zoom meeting with me, no problem, but let's schedule an appointment. So go ahead and email me about that as well. So here's my email, and other than that, please enjoy class, good luck with everything, and I will see you guys soon.